Hello everyone, Kayla here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what I look for when I look for products. Also, please excuse my hair, these little spots and stuff. My hair is 10 days old and it was actually redone from a really bad wash and go. So the wash and go that was really bad, then I redid it with all my usual stuff, and then it's 10 days after the redo. So I need to do my hair, but today is a work day, there's no kids, so I don't care. So anyway, someone hit me in my YouTube inbox and they asked me the question, where do I start? What do I look for when I'm looking for products? And I thought that it was a very interesting question. I thought that it was a question that could have a very long answer. So I actually did take the time to answer that person, so I hope that they checked it, because YouTube does a really bad job at notifying you when someone has sent you an inbox message. So I hope that they saw the response, but then I decided, you know what, why not turn that into a video for everyone else to enjoy. So there are several things that I look to avoid when I look on my product ingredients list. Number one, and this is like no exceptions at all, are drying alcohols. Usually these are some form of rubbing alcohol that you will see. So I think it's alcohol denat, which is short for denatured alcohol. There's another alcohol that has some numbers with it. I can't think of it right now. Drying alcohols I try to avoid entirely because they're not going to do anything beneficial to your hair. These are things that maybe would be great in a facial toner or mouthwash or something, depending on the type of alcohol, but they really have no business in any of my hair products. The second thing that I avoid are cheap fillers. Cheap fillers are just in the product and they're not really doing anything for your hair. Petroleum and mineral oil are usually the two examples used for this. However, I will use something with mineral oil in it if everything else in the ingredients is really good. Petroleum, usually the products that it's in, it usually takes up the majority of the formulation, and it's not really providing any benefit to your hair. People use petroleum to seal things. You put it on, skin or something like that if you need to do it. So I don't really think of hair when I think of petroleum. So I definitely try to avoid that one because it's just filling up the formulation and not really doing anything beneficial. Also, I avoid animal ingredients in my products. This has nothing to do with them being good or bad, but I just feel like, what's the point of taking something from animals if we can use something else? I don't really see the point. This is a time where we can go and buy another product. So we live in a consumerist society, so I don't have to buy the product that has the animal ingredients. I can go buy something else. So that usually is lanolin, tends to be in some products, beeswax, honey. There are some other ingredients, but I tend to avoid those main ones because those appear most often in natural hair products. Why buy that when I can go buy something else that doesn't have those at all? And then lastly, I avoid products that have the main ingredient as silicone. So I don't avoid silicones, but if the main thing, like that product is a mixture of silicones or it is a mainly silicone based product, then I will avoid it. Because at that point it's just like putting an oil on your hair, and I don't use things that are mainly just an oil on my hair. It's not going to provide any moisture or provide any styling either, because you can't really style your hair with silicones. They don't really provide holds or anything like that. So silicones can be in my product, but they cannot make up the whole of the product. Now then, there are ingredients that I will look into and kind of investigate. So the main investigation ingredient that I have are silicones. I will look into the silicones, see what kinds they are. There are some that evaporate, some that don't build up on themselves, some that are water soluble, meaning they can be rinsed off with something as simple as water. There are ones that are regular silicones, but they can be removed with, your run-of-the-mill cleansers. So I do investigate the silicones that are in my products so I know which ones they are and what removal that I have to do. But again, like I said before, I don't fully avoid silicones though. Now, things that I actually look for that I want in my products: fatty alcohols, definitely. So these are your cetyl alcohol, cetyl alcohol, cetyl alcohol. Those are very moisturizing and fatty. They're usually most commonly found in conditioners, you want those to be in there. And so, well, if it's not a 100% natural formulation, you want those to be in there. So I do look for those. And then the second thing that I look for is aloe vera. I do like aloe vera to be in my products because I find that my hair reacts very well to it. It's really helpful for curl definition for me. And as someone who primarily wears their hair in wash and goes, I need a conditioner that's going to work with my desire to wear a wash and go. I could tell you right now, I've used leave-ins that have made it very hard for me to be able to rake through and define my curls with the gel. So the leave-in definitely affects your wash and go, and if it doesn't help like with curl definition, then you're going to be struggling to rake through that same gel that gave you a bomb wash and go with this product. It's going to be a struggle even though you didn't have a problem before. So these are the ingredients that I look for, ingredients that I avoid. I think I got everything. I may be missing some things. I'm not entirely sure. If I remember, I'll definitely will amend it in the description box. Leave a comment down below and let us know, what do you look for in ingredients? And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.